Nithyananda, we welcome all the YouTube viewers to today's Nithyananda Yoga session. We are going to be performing the Prathama Vinyasa Krama, the 108 asana sequence, as revealed by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Let us all now settle down on our mats and get ready to practice the Prathama Vinyasa Krama. Let us all settle down and sit with our head, neck and spine in a straight line. The hands in Atmanjali Mudra in front of our heart center. Close your eyes, take a deep breath. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space as we chant the Satguru Vandanam.
Nityanandam Paramasukhadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadrisham Tattvamasyaadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamadalam Sarvadhi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavadidam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Swadha.
Take another udani of water.
Om Vidyatattvam Shodhayami Swadha.
And yet another udani of water.
Om Shivatattvam Shodhayami Swadha.
Now wash your right hand with the water from the Panchapatram. Wipe your lips twice with the bottom of your right thumb as we chant.
Om Ham Hridayaya Namaha.
Wash your hand again. With the index, middle and ring finger joined together, touch above the upper lip and below the lower lip. Wash your hand again. With the index finger and thumb together, touch your right nostril, left nostril. And with the ring finger and thumb joined together, touch the right eye, the left eye, the right ear and the left ear. Wash your hand again. With the little finger and thumb joined together, touch your navel, the right chest and the left chest. And with all the fingertips joined together, touch the crown of your head, the right shoulder, the left shoulder, and your heart center. Wash your hand again. Place your hand, the right hand over top of the left, and place both hands on top of the right thigh. Set your sankalpa, your conscious resolution, what you want to manifest through this Nityananda Yoga session, as we chant the sankalpa mantra.
Om Mamopata Samasta Duritakshaja Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashiva Prityartham Sri Nithyanandeshwari Paramashiva Shakti Sameta Sri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Prityartham cha Adya Purvokta Evam Guna Visheshena Vishishtayam Asyam Shubhaditho पूर्ण आरोग्य युक्त दृढ़गात्र यौगिक शरीर सिद्ध्यर्थम परमशिव शक्ति आविष्करणार्थम नित्यानंद योगाभ्यासं करिष्ये.
Now wash your right hand once more.
ओम अप उपस्पृश्य.
Now keep your Panchapatram and to turn your side out of harm's way, so we can safely enter into the yoga practice. The first asana of the sequence is Sukhasana. Now sit in a comfortable cross-legged position with your head, neck and spine in a straight line. Bring the index fingers and thumbs together into Bindu Mudra and place your hands on top of the respective knees. Engage all the bandhas, the energy locks, the Mula Bandha, the root lock, contracting the perineal region and pulling it up. The Uddiyana Bandha, the abdominal lock, contracting your stomach above and below the navel and pulling the stomach in and up towards your spine. And the Jalandhara Bandha, the throat lock, tucking your chin to the chest internally, contracting the throat muscles, thus locking the throat. Together they form Mahamudra Bandha, which is a well-kept secret of the yogic sciences. Now, visualize Lord Shiva in your inner space as you perform the Samana Kumbhaka, inhaling deeply into your stomach as you hold the breath in the navel region and visualize a flame rising up your spine. Internally chant the japa Soham.
Tatsukhasanamityuktam ashaktastat.
Next up is Parvatasana. Now bring your legs into Padmasana by placing the feet on top of the opposite thighs. Join your hands together in Anjali Mudra and raise them up above your head. Keep your elbows straight. Engage all the bandhas, Mahamudra Bandha, as you visualize yourself as Mount Kailash.
Athabakshe Mahadeva Parvatasana Mangalam.
Next up is Halipavasana. Now bring the soles of the feet together in front of your body. As you extend the feet away from the body, interlace your fingers behind your back and place your forehead on the ground behind the heels. Engage all the toes. Visualize in your inner space.
Purva Vidhiyaho.
Without in the ground as you place your forehead on the ground behind the heels. Engage all the bandhas and visualize yourself as a snake.
Purva Vidhi Pariyagane Nichau Hovi Kahuni Bhanasyo Lagai.
The next asana is KAILASA. Now hold onto the big toes in Prana Mudra with index and middle fingers. And then extend your legs straight out and upwards. As you then cross them into Padmasana. Lean forward and down. Place your elbows on the ground. Engage all the bandhas and visualize yourself as a bird.
Athanyadasanam Vakshe Yena Siddho Bhave Naraha.
The next asana is Nityasana. Now stack your knees and ankles as you hold on to the opposite elbows. Start rotating your arms in a circle. Engage Mahamudra Bandha, all three bandhas. As you gaze to the nose, visualize Swamiji, and after some time change the direction of the movement.
घोड़ा बामा पादकी आशमाहिली सोजे दथ चरण को बार लौता परिगुल्फ समोज.
The next asana is Gajasana. Now place your hands flat on the ground, shoulder apart, and lift your hips as you lower again and again, and performing Uddiyana Bandha and Mula Bandha.
निब्जं पादाग्रे भूमौ कृत्वा लंबी भुजा मस्तकाग्रे निधाय.
Next up is Rikshasana. From the same position, alternate pressing the heel of one foot into the ground while lifting the other heel up. Repeat this movement again and again, visualizing yourself as a bear as you perform Uddiyana Bandha and Mula Bandha.
एकैकं पादमाकुञ्च्य गजासनं कुर्यात् रक्षासनं भवति.
Next up is Vaishyasana. Now stand tall on the tips of the big toes with all other toes raised off the ground if you can. Keep head, neck and spine in a straight line. Bring your hands to the heart in Hridaya Mudra with index, middle and ring finger joined together. As you visualize Swamiji in your inner space, keep engaging Uddiyana Bandha and Mula Bandha.
केशेन पादयुगलं बद्ध्वा तिष्ठेत अधोमुखः.
Next up is the Urdhva Janukarana. Now stand in Arimandi posture with the heels together, toes pointing outwards and the knees bent. Bring your hands to the chest. And now bring one knee up in towards the center of your body in a circular motion, followed along by the respective hand, repeating the movement on both sides. Next up is Badalingasana. Now interlace your fingers from the outside in Sarva Shankari Mudra. Hold onto one knee and pull it in towards your chest. Engage all three bandhas and visualize yourself holding a baby.
एकं जानु उरसि आलिङ्ग्य स्थातव्यं बाललिङ्गनं भवति.
Next up is Padapidhanasana. Now stand tall and pull one foot behind towards the buttocks, holding it with both hands. Engage all three bandhas as you visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
स्थित्वैकस्मिन् पादतले कराभ्यां वेष्टयेत् तनुम्.
The next asana is Natarajasana. Holding onto the sole of one foot from the inside, extend the leg back as you lean forward, extending the arm in Bindu Mudra. Visualize yourself as Lord Nataraja as you perform the Mula Bandha.
उत्तानपादं क्रौञ्चं च मरीचिं वीरभद्रकम्.
Next up is Balalingasana on the other side. Pull in the other knee towards your chest as you balance on one leg, visualizing yourself holding a baby.
एकं जानु उरसि आलिङ्ग्य स्थातव्यं बाललिङ्गनं भवति.
Now repeat Padapidhanasana on the other side. As you engage all three bandhas, visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
स्थित्वैकस्मिन् पादतले कराभ्यां वेष्टयेत् तनुम्.
Now repeat Natarajasana on the other side. Holding the sole of the foot, lean forward with the arm extended, visualizing yourself dancing as Lord Nataraja.
उत्तानपादं क्रौञ्चं च मरीचिं वीरभद्रकम्.
Next up is the Ardhare Chittakarana. From Arimandi position, heels together, toes pointing outwards and the knees bent. Bring the right foot behind the left with the toes down and the heel up. Bring the left arm to the chest and swing the right arm back and forth like a pendulum, gracefully moving the fingers one by one. As you bring the hand over the nose, uncross your ankles and repeat the movement on the other side. Next up is the skeleton dance. Now visualize yourself as a skeleton as you shake your body intensely. Hold the visualization of your bone structure and dance wildly. We move on to Katichinakarana. From Adimandi, Bring your hands above the head and cross them with the palms facing back. Now open up your hips and arms to one side, return to the center, and repeat the movement on both sides again and again. The next asana is Tadasana. Now stand tall on the tips of the toes, raise your arms up above your head. As you engage the palm tree and visualize the japa rotating around your throat in a circular motion.
महामुद्राबद्ध कोनो ताड़ासन विभेदकान.
Next up is Uttanasana. From a standing position, lean forward and down, bringing your hands flat to the ground if you can. Lean down as low as you can. Engage all three bandhas and bring your forehead towards the knees as you visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
महामुद्राबद्ध कोनो ताड़ासन विभेदकान.
The next asana is Tadakshasana. Now, place your hands flat on the ground, shoulder width apart, and step your feet back into a plank position. Contract the perineal region. Tuck your chin to the chest in Jalandhara Bandha and Mula Bandha as you rotate your head from side to side, visualizing Swamiji in your inner space.
गजासरं वारं वारं दक्षिणकुक्षिं सव्यकुक्षिं नजेत.
Now lower your body onto your belly as you keep the hands by the chest, toes pointing backwards. Lift your head by the strength of your lower back as you open your mouth widely in Bhujangani Mudra, inhaling through the hollow of your throat as you visualize yourself as a cobra in Bhujangasana.
अंगुष्ठनाभिपर्यन्तम् अधोभूमौ विनिन्यसेत्.
Now push your body up into the plank position and alternate, bringing one knee in towards the chest back and forth. As you visualize Swamiji in your inner space, breathe calmly through your nose in Sahadra Kumbhaka, leading the prana along your spine, holding the breath on and off. You are in control of your breath as you perform the Mula Bandha.
गजासन संस्थितो जानद्वयमाकुञ्च वारं वारं कर्तव्यं शशासनं भवति.
Next up is Rathasana. From the plank position, step one foot in between the two hands, jump the foot back and bring the other one in between the hands again and again. Visualize yourself as a chariot as you perform the Mula Bandha.
गजासन संस्थितो एकैकं पादं पुरोमार्गेण भ्रामयित्वा कर्तव्यं रथासनं भवति.
Next up is Virabhadrasana. As you keep one leg forward, with the toes pointing forward and the knee bent at a 90-degree angle. Keep the other leg extended back with the toes pointing sideways. Gaze to your third eye. Visualize yourself as Lord Virabhadra as you perform Uddiyana Bandha and Mula Bandha. Keep your hip facing forward in this posture.
वासिष्ठमथ कौण्डिन्यम् ऊर्ध्वकुक्कुटमेव च.
Now exchange the position of your feet and visualize yourself as Lord Virabhadra as you repeat Virabhadrasana on the other side.
वासिष्ठमथ कौण्डिन्यम् ऊर्ध्वकुक्कुटमेव च.
Next up is Vrikshasana. Now stand tall and bring one foot to the inner thigh. Bring your palms together in Anjali Mudra and raise them up above your head. Keep your elbows straight. Pull the stomach in and up and kneel. Visualize yourself as a tree.
वामोरुमूलदेशे च याम्यं पादं निधायतु.
Next up is Garudasana. Now bring the raised foot to the opposite hip and join your hands together in Namaskara Mudra in front of your heart center as you visualize yourself as Lord Garuda with big wings on your back.
गरुडासनमावक्षे येन ध्यानं स्थिरं भवेत्.
Now stand on the other leg. Repeat Vrikshasana, the tree posture, on the other side as you raise your arms up above your head.
वामोरुमूलदेशे च याम्यं पादं निधायतु.
Now bring the raised foot to the opposite hip, hands together in Anjali Mudra, visualizing yourself as Lord Garuda in Garudasana on the other side.
गरुडासनमावक्षे येन ध्यानं स्थिरं भवेत्.
Now step one foot forward and the other one far back. Keep the front toes pointing forwards and the back toes facing sideways. Bring your arms parallel to the ground and lean forward and down. As you keep one arm pointing upwards, gaze up, visualize yourself as a triangle in Trikonasana.
उत्तानपादं क्रौञ्चं च मरीचिं वीरभद्रकम्.
Now rise back up and exchange the position of your feet. As you bring your arms parallel to the ground, lean forward and down. Repeat Trikonasana on the other side.
उत्तानपादं क्रौञ्चं च मरीचिं वीरभद्रकम्.
Next up is the Nikuttaka Karana. From Arimandi, heels together, toes pointing outwards and the knees bent. Raise one heel off the ground and place your hands in front of the heart with the palms facing each other. Now stomp the raised heel to the ground, lift the other heel up and exchange the position of your hands again and again. Next up is Angushtasana. Now lower your body down onto the toes as you keep the heels raised. Place your perineum onto the heels, knees off the ground, join together as you place your hands in Namaskara Mudra in front of your heart center. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space. Buzz like a bee on the inhalation and exhalation in Brahmari Kumbhaka as you perform the Mula Bandha and internally chant the new japa Sada Shivoham.
कबन्धासनमित्याहुः गोरक्षासनमेव च.
Next up is Saurasana. From the same position, extend one leg forward, heel down, toes pointing up. Keep your hands at the side, the palms facing forward, fingers just touching the ground. Hands in Vara Mudra. As you visualize Swamiji in your inner space, perform the Mula Bandha in Saurasana.
प्रसार्य एकं पादतलं संस्थाप्य त्वेकपादकम्.
Next up is Vidunanasana. From Saurasana, lean forward as you hold onto the big toe of the front foot in Prana Mudra. Now hold onto the back heel lifts. Visualize Swamiji.
गुल्फस्थितो पादमेकं प्रसार्य.
Now extend the other leg forward. Sit on the opposite heel. Repeat Saurasana on the other side.
प्रसार्य एकं पादतलं संस्थाप्य त्वेकपादकम्.
Lean forward, hold onto the big toe and the back heel. Repeat Vidunanasana on the other side.
गुल्फस्थितो पादमेकं प्रसार्य तत्पादाग्रं संसृज्य तत्करेण.
The next asana is Brahmajatankushasana. As you keep the toes on the ground, the heels raised, perineum down on the heels. Keep the knees lifted off the mat and create a gap between the knees as you place the back of your hands on top of the knees. Tuck your chin to the chest and gaze in between the hands with eyes wide open, unblinking, gazing within in Shambhavi Mudra as you visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
दो फणा पानी होय वैसे एडी दो गुदानी वैसे.
Next up is Kapilasana. Now place your knees on the ground with the toes tucked behind, sitting your perineum down on the heels. Rest your hands on top of the thighs, pull your stomach in and up, contract the perineal region as you gaze to the nose and visualize yourself as Sage Kapila Muni.
उभई पगतली सम ठहरावे तिनकी माहिली को और मिलावे.
Now maintain the same position. Shift your gaze to the third eye, your visualization to Swamiji, and the Bandha to the Mula Bandha in Bhattara Gurakasana.
दोवु पगतली संपुट करे गौरवारली भूपरि धरे.
The next asana is Suryasana. As you sit with the toes tucked, perineum down on the heels, lift your knees off the ground. Bring your thumb together as you open up your palms resembling a lotus flower in Padma Mudra. Raise your arms up above your head and gaze through the gap in between the hands as you visualize Lord Surya in Uddiyana Bandha.
एड़ी दो गुदातरियाने फना पानी बैठक वो निठाने.
The next asana is Mandukasana. As you sit with your toes flat, perineum resting on the heels, keep your hands on top of the knees. As you lift your tongue up against the palate of your mouth in Manduki Mudra, visualizing yourself as a frog, gaze to your third eye, and perform the Mula Bandha as you breathe through your nose in Sahadra Kumbhaka.
पादतलौ पृष्ठदेशे अंगुष्टे द्वे च संस्पृशेत्.
The next asana is Uttana Mandukasana. Maintain the same position. Bring your hands behind your back, holding onto the opposite shoulders. As you bring the elbows close to your head, gaze to your third eye, visualize yourself as a frog, keep your tongue in Manduki Mudra, catching the nectar of immortality with your frog tongue, as you perform Uddiyana Bandha and Mula Bandha.
मंडूकासन मध्यस्थं कूर्पराभ्यां धृतं शिरः.
Next up is Simhasana. As you cross your ankles and sit on the feet, keep your knees wide, fingers spread on top. Open your mouth wide, stick out your tongue, and exhale forcefully as you visualize yourself as a lion. Gaze to your nose.
दक्षिणं सव्यगुल्फेन दक्षिणेन ततेतरम्.
The next asana is Bhadrasana. As you sit with the heels under the perineum, the knees wide, cross your hands behind your back, and hold on to the big toes in Prana Mudra. As you gaze to the nose, visualize Swamiji in your inner space, perform Jalandhara Bandha and Mula Bandha, and return to buzzing like a bee in Brahmari Kumbhaka.
गुल्भौ च विषणस्याधो व्युत्क्रमेण समाहितः.
Next up is Kakabhushandi Asana. As you squat and keep the feet flat on the ground, knees opened wide, bring your arms in and around the raised knees and interlace your fingers behind your back in Parusha Mudra. Gaze at your nose as you visualize yourself as a crow.
प्रथमे वेसक उकठाने दो हाथ पगम बीच आने.
The next asana is Kanipavasana. Now place your palms on the ground, shoulder width apart. As you bring your knees onto the back of your arms towards your armpits. Lean forward and down. As you raise your feet off the ground, visualize Swamiji in your inner space and balance.
आसन को गुण आशी दुष्टा होई तो आछी होई.
The next asana is Kapali Asana, our first inverted posture. So if you have any neck or upper back injuries, take it slow with the inverted postures. You can get the support of a wall if needed. Now, place your hands on the ground, shoulder width apart. Bring the crown of your head to the mat, forming a triangle between your hands and your head. Bring the knees to the elbows. Align your hips with the shoulders and then raise your legs up straight. Gaze to the nose, visualize Swamiji in your inner space as you perform the Mula Bandha in Kapali Asana.
शीशी शीशा धरती टेकी पगदो वो मिलिवा ऊंचा को करे.
Next up is Parshvamayurasana. As you squat on the toes with the legs together, twist your body, place both hands to the side, shoulder width apart, and then align your elbows with the knee and the hip. Lean forward. Balance on your arms as you extend the legs to the side. Gaze to your third eye and visualize yourself as a peacock as you perform Richaka Kumbhaka, exhaling all the air from your lungs and holding the breath in the exhaled state.
मयूरं दंडवत् कुर्यान् मायूरं दंडनामकम्.
Now twist your body in the other direction. Repeat Parishvamayudasana on the opposite side.
मयूरं दंडवत् कुर्यान् मायूरं दंडनामकम्.
Next up is Bhairaganatasana. As you place both hands on the ground in front of you and step the feet back into a plank position, bring one foot outside the respective shoulder and in between the two hands. Gaze at your third eye. Visualize yourself as Lord Kala Bhairava as you perform the Mula Bandha.
आसन को गुण बीती जाई.
Now step the front foot back and the other foot outside the shoulder in between the hands. Visualize yourself as Lord Kala Bhairava as you repeat Bhairaganathasana on the other side.
आसन को गुण बीती जाई.
The next asana is Unmukha Pitasana. From Tadasvasana, the plank position, bring your forearms on the ground and slightly walk your feet forward, raising your hips. As you gaze to your third eye, visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
भुञ्जस्तौ जानुनी हस्तौ चतुष्पदम वाङ्मुखम्.
The next asana is Vashishtasana. From Tadasvasana, rotate your body onto one hand and raise the opposite hand up towards the sky. Gaze up as you visualize yourself as Sage Vashishta. Keep breathing in Rijaka Kumbhaka, exhaling deeply and holding your breath in Vashishtasana.
ऊर्ध्वकुक्कुटवासिष्ठमरीचिहलमत्स्यकम्.
Now rotate your body to the other side. Balance on the opposite hand as you repeat Vashishtasana on the other side.
ऊर्ध्वकुक्कुटवासिष्ठमरीचिहलमत्स्यकम्.
Now come to a seated posture with your legs extended in front of you. Place your hands underneath the buttocks, palms facing up. Gaze to the nose, visualize yourself as Lord Hanuman as you perform Jalandhara Bandha and Mula Bandha in Anjani Asana, internally chanting the new japa Maha Sadashivoham.
दो करके उभय हथेली कोरवारली मैले बेली.
Next up is Paschimottanasana. As you sit with your legs stretched out, bend from the waist and hold the big toes with index and middle fingers in Prana Mudra. Bring your chest to the thighs, head to the knees, engage all three bandhas while visualizing Swamiji in your inner space.
जानो परिललाटन्तो पश्चिमं ताणमुच्यते.
Next up is Ugrasana. From the same position, interlace your fingers behind your neck in Parasha Mudra. As you lean forward and down, go as low as you can by the strength of your core. Perform Mahamudra Bandha as you visualize Kali in your inner space.
पाणिभ्यां दृढं धृत्वा जानुपरि शिरोऽन्यसेत्.
The next asana is Marichi Asana. As you sit with your legs together, extended forward, bring one knee up with the heel against your perineum. Lean forward as you bring your arm in and around the knee and interlock your fingers behind your back as you visualize yourself as Sage Marichi.
उत्तानपादं क्रौञ्चं च मरीचिं वीरभद्रकम्.
The next asana is Mahamudrasana. From Marichi Asana, drop the knee to the ground, keep the heel against the perineum. As you exhale, visualize Swamiji, gaze to the nose, perform all three bandhas.
महामुद्रां प्रवक्ष्यामि तन्त्रेऽस्मिन् मम वल्लभे.
Now repeat Marichi Asana on the other side. As you extend the opposite leg and bring your arms in and around the raised knee, visualizing yourself as Sage Marichi.
उत्तानपादं क्रौञ्चं च मरीचिं वीरभद्रकम्.
Now drop the knee down, lean forward, hold onto the front foot with both hands, perform Mahamudra Bandha in Mahamudrasana on the other side.
महामुद्रां प्रवक्ष्यामि तन्त्रेऽस्मिन् मम वल्लभे.
Next up is Padrasana 2. Now bring the soles of your feet together in front of your body with the heels close to the perineum. Hold both feet with your hands as you pull them in and bring your knees down to the ground. Gaze to your third eye, visualize Swamiji in your inner space and perform the Mula Bandha.
गुल्भौ वृषणस्यादः सीवन्त्याः पार्श्वयोः क्षिपेत्.
The next asana is Gvalipavasana. From Vajrasana, extend your feet away from your body. Keep the toes together but the heels apart. Place your hands on the respective knees as you tuck your chin to the chest. Gaze to the nose and visualize Swamiji in your inner space as you breathe in Rajaka Kumbhaka in Gvalipavasana.
पूर्व चरपट चौक कख्यो सोजी वाही विधि जो की जय सोजी.
Next up is Joni Asana. Now sit and keep the soles of the feet together with the heels close to your perineum. Now visualize the Yoni Mandala, the visual representation of Devi Paramashiva Shakti. As you hold the soles of the feet, lean forward and down and bring your forehead to the feet, gazing to the nose.
दोबू पगदली संपुट करे एड़ी मेड़ के ढिंग धरे.
Next up is Midaki Pavasana. As you sit and keep the heels together, toes apart, and the knees wide, lean forward and down, extending your arms out to the side, bringing them onto the mat. Place your forehead on the ground behind the heels, as you gaze to the nose and visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
पूर्व विधि परिपगदली संपुट शोल एड़ी मिली राशे.
The next asana is Siddha Samadhi Asana. As you sit and keep the toes together and the heels apart, bring your arms underneath the shins with the palms facing up. Bring your forehead to the ground above the feet as you bring your toes to the throat if you can. Gaze to the nose and visualize Lord Surya in your inner space.
दोबू पगदली संपुट करे सोले मेढ़ आगा में धरे.
Next up is Chinaki Pavasana. Now sit and keep the heels together, toes apart. Hold the feet and open them up like a book. As you press your elbows onto the thighs, gaze to the nose and visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
दो बग्गा की एड़ी धरती मगिवा मेढ़ लगावे.
The next asana is Chalapata Chukasana. As you sit and bring the soles of the feet together in front with the heels close to your perineum, place your hands on top of the respective knees and gently press them down towards the ground. Open up your hips as you gaze to your third eye, visualize Swamiji in your inner space, perform Rajaka Kumbhaka as you exhale deep and hold your breath in the exhaled state. Engage Uddiyana Bandha and Mula Bandha as you do so.
दोबू पगदली संपुट धारे आगा ने कर जा रे पसारे.
Next up is Bhairavasana. Now sit and bring the soles of the feet together as you keep your knees wide and lift the heels up and bring the toes down as much as you can, deeply stretching your legs and groins. As you place your hand on top of the knees in Bindu Mudra, gaze to the third eye, visualize yourself as Lord Kala Bhairava and perform Uddiyana Bandha and Mula Bandha.
गुल्भौ संपीड्य जान्योन्यं व्युत्क्रमेणोत्थितं शनैः.
The next asana is Samanasana. As you sit with one heel at the perineum, lift and hold the other foot, pull it in towards your chest. Gaze to your third eye, visualize Swamiji in your inner space as you perform the Mula Bandha.
समानासनमावक्षे सिद्धमन्त्रादि साधनात्.
The next asana is Apanasana. As you sit and place one leg on top of the respective shoulder, raise the other foot upwards and straight. Keep your hands on the ground to the sides for balance. As you gaze to your third eye, visualize Swamiji in your inner space and perform the Mula Bandha.
केवलं पादमेकं च स्कन्धे चारोप्य यत्नतः.
Now repeat Samanasana on the other side, bringing the other heel against the perineum, lifting the sole of the opposite foot towards your chest.
समानासनमावक्षे सिद्धमन्त्रादि साधनात्.
Now repeat Apanasana on the other side. Place the other foot over top of the shoulder. Extend the opposite leg out as you gaze to your third eye.
केवलं पादमेकं च स्कन्धे चारोपि यत्नतः.
The next asana is Gomukhasana. Now stack your knees over top of each other as you keep your heels outside the hip. Place your hands on top of the knee as you gaze to the nose and visualize the face of a cow. Start breathing in Siddhkari Kumbhaka, hissing through your teeth as you keep the tongue pressed against the palate of the mouth without touching the teeth. Perform Mula Bandha and internally chant the new japa Om Nithyanandoham.
सव्ये दक्षिणगुल्फं तु पृष्ठपार्श्वे नियोजयेत्.
Next up is Anasuryasana, where you hold the big toes in Prana Mudra. From the same position, gaze to the nose, engage Uddiyana Bandha and Mula Bandha, and visualize yourself as Rishika Anasuya.
दक्षिण गोडों नीचे उठाने, बाहों ताके ऊपर आने.
From Anasuryasana, interlock your fingers behind your back in Parasha Mudra. Lean forward and down, bring your chin over the knee, nose to the ground, gaze to the tip of the nose in Anasuryasana too.
जीमणा गोदा की संधि, उपरिडावा गोड़ा की संधि.
The next asana is Garudasana too. Now sit on the ground with one heel against the perineum, opposite foot flat with the knee raised, hands on top of the respective knees. Gaze to the nose and visualize yourself as Lord Garuda.
मोड़ी एड़ी माहिलो गुल्फम मूलद्वारनी चैदे.
Next up is Naradasana. From the same position, bring your perineum onto the heel and interlock your fingers behind your neck, twisting your elbows outside of the raised knee. Gaze to your third eye, visualize yourself as Sage Narada as you perform the Mula Bandha in Naradasana.
इष्टिजवाम पगदली केरी भूपरिता ही लगावे फेरी.
The next asana is Matsya Pitakasana. Now gaze to the nose. Visualize Matsya, the fish avatar of Lord Vishnu, as you place one foot on top of the opposite thigh. Hold on to the big toe and the shin of that leg while gazing to the nose.
वामे नवामांगुष्टंतो घृतं मत्स्य पीठकम्.
Now slide your knees over top of each other with the other knee on top, heels outside the hip as you place your hands on top of the knee and visualize the face of a cow in Gomukhasana on the other side.
सव्ये दक्षिणगुल्फं तु पृष्ठपार्श्वे नियोजयेत्.
Now hold on to the feet. Visualize yourself as Rishika Anasuya. Repeat Anasuyasana on the other side.
दक्षिण गोडों नीचे उठाने, बाहों ताके ऊपर आने.
Now interlock your fingers behind your back, lean forward and down. Gaze to the nose as you bring the chin over the knee. Visualizing yourself as Rishika Anasuya in Anasuyasana too.
जीमणा गोदा की संधि, उपरिडावा गोड़ा की संधि.
Next up is Garudasana too. On the other side, bring the other heel against the perineum, opposite foot flat, knee to the chest, as you visualize yourself as Lord Garuda.
डावो पगमोड़ी एड़ी माहिलो गुल्फम मूलद्वारनी चैदे.
Raise your perineum on top of the heel. Twist your body outside of the raised knee as you repeat Naradasana on the other side.
इष्टिजवाम पगदली केरी भूपरिता ही लगावे फेरी.
Next up is Matsya Pitakasana. As you place the other foot over top of the opposite thigh, hold on to the shin and big toe of that leg. Gaze to the nose and visualize Matsya, the fish avatar of Lord Vishnu.
वामेन वामाङ्गुष्टन्तो गृहीतं मत्स्यपीठकम्.
The next asana is Matsyendrasana. As you place one foot on top of the opposite thigh, place the other foot flat on the ground, over top of the knee if you can. Twist your elbow outside of the raised knee, hand by the neck. Place the other hand on the ground behind you as you gaze to your third eye and visualize Sage Matsyendranath, the master of Hatha Yoga.
उदरं पश्चिमाभासं कृत्वा तिष्ठति यत्नतः.
From Matsyendrasana, extend the front arm down to the foot, hold the big toe in Prana Mudra if you can, as you bring the other hand towards your ear. Gaze to your third eye and visualize yourself as a camel in Kubasana.
आसन को गुण झोलो जाए.
Next up is Matsyendrasana 2. From Kubasana, place the back hand from your ear down to the ground and twist your body even further, still holding onto the front foot. Gaze to your third eye, visualize Matsyendranath. Don't forget to breathe in Siddhkari Kumbhaka.
मत्स्येन्द्रपीठं जठरप्रदीप्तिं प्रचण्डरुक्मण्डलखण्डनास्त्रम्.
Now untwist your body, extend the legs out forward, place the other foot on the opposite thigh as you raise the knee and twist your body in the opposite direction, repeating Matsyendrasana on the other side.
उदरं पश्चिमाभासं कृत्वा तिष्ठति यत्नतः.
Now extend the front arm down to the foot and bring the other hand towards the ear. Gaze to your third eye, visualize yourself as a camel as you repeat Kubasana on the other side.
आसन को गुण झोलो जाए.
Next up is Matsyendrasana 2 on the other side, where you place the back hand on the ground and twist your body even further.
मत्स्येन्द्रपीठं जठरप्रदीप्तिं प्रचण्डरुक्मण्डलखण्डनास्त्रम्.
The next asana is Padmasana. Now sit and place your feet on top of the opposite thighs. Place your hands flat on the knees, gaze to the nose, visualize yourself as Lord Shiva as you perform Sitali Kumbhaka, where you press your tongue against the back of the teeth and hiss through your teeth while inhaling. Engage Mahamudra Bandha or Tribandhas as you internally chant the new japa Om Nithyananda Mahasada.
आसनं द्विविधं प्रोक्तं पद्मं वज्रासनं तथा.
Next up is Padmasana 2. Maintain Padmasana, cross your arms in front of your body, hold on to the big toes in Prana Mudra as you gaze to the nose and visualize yourself as Goddess Parvati, the consort of Shiva, still breathing in Sitali Kumbhaka.
तानौ चरणौ कृत्वा ऊरु संस्थो प्रयत्नतः.
Next up is Kukutasana. From Padmasana, place your hands in between the thighs and calves. Hands flat on the mat as you lift your body off the ground and balance on your arms. Visualizing yourself as a rooster, calmly breathing through your nose in Sahajra Kumbhaka and engaging the Mula Bandha.
पद्मासनं सुसंस्थाप्य नान्वोरोरन्तरे करो.
Next up is Baddha Kikyasana. From Padmasana, rise up onto your knees and place your hands flat on the mat with the fingers pointing backwards. Lean forward with the elbows at the navel as you lift the knees off the mat and balance, visualizing Swamiji in your inner space.
धरामोष्टविकलद्वयेन तत्कुर्परि स्थापितानाभिपार्श्वः.
Lower your body onto your knees. From the knees, place the hands flat on the mat, fingers pointing towards your body as you lean onto your elbows and extend your legs up off the mat behind you, balancing on your arms as you visualize yourself as a peacock in Mayurasana.
अथ भक्षे महादेव मयूरासनमुत्तमम्.
Now lower your body down flat onto your stomach as you keep the hands interlocked behind your neck in Parasha Mudra. Visualize yourself as a crocodile and keep the toes pointing outwards as you perform the Mula Bandha in Makarasana.
अध्यासशेते हृदयं निधाय भूमौ च पादौ च प्रसार्यमानो.
The next asana is Shalabhasana. Now place your hands flat on the ground beside your chest as you lift your entire legs off the mat. Visualize yourself as a locust as you perform the Mula Bandha.
अध्यासशेते करयुग्मवक्षौ भूमिमष्टभिकरयोस्तराभ्याम्.
Next up is Ushtrasana. As you lay on your stomach, hold onto your feet and pull them outside the hip as close to the ground as possible. Visualize yourself as a camel as you perform the Mula Bandha.
अध्यासशेते पदयुग्मव्यस्तं पृष्ठे निधायापि धृतं कराभ्याम्.
Next up is Dhanurasana. As you hold onto the feet, kick your legs back and up while you raise your chest off the mat, raising your head, gazing to the third eye and visualizing yourself as Pinaka, Lord Shiva's bow.
प्रसार्य पादौ भुजदण्डरूपौ करौ च पृष्ठे धृतपादयुग्मम्.
The next asana is Bhagasana. As you sit in between your heels, in a kneeling position, with the toes touching behind your body, gaze to your third eye and visualize Swamiji in your inner space as you internally chant the new japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam.
उल्टा मोड़ी पाँव दो वैसे बहुरो जुगति करे एक ऐसे.
Next up is Gohi Asana. We're setting up for another inverted posture, so get ready with the wall. Take it slow. Now place your elbows shoulder width apart onto the ground as you interlock your fingers and bring your head onto the mat, supporting it with your hands. Now walk your feet forward until your hips align with the shoulders and then raise the feet off the mat. Bring your knees in towards your chest. Pull it close towards your chin as you gaze to the nose and visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
दो हाथ की कहुनी जोजी पुनः कलाई जाने दोई.
Now, from Gohi Asana, extend your legs up straight into Shirshasana, a headstand posture. As you gaze to the nose, visualize Swamiji and perform the Mula Bandha.
विपरीतं मण्डलं च द्विधैव विदितं हिनः.
Gently lower your legs back down as you come to a seated position, getting ready to enter a sequence of rapid exhalations in Bhastrika Kumbhaka, where you exhale from the abdomen, pushing the air out again and again without actively inhaling. Let the air flow into your lungs naturally. This will activate your Jataragni, your digestive fire. As you perform the Mula Bandha, visualize Swamiji in your inner space, extend your legs up straight as you bring your hands behind the calves and your head towards the knees in Podhyasana.
दो हाथ पग बाहर आने घोड़ा तरे काकसी ठाने.
Now bring your hands behind your back, hold onto the opposite shoulders as you keep your legs extended up at a 45-degree angle. Visualize yourself as a mace as you gaze to your third eye in Parighasana.
उत्तानशयनं कृत्वा पादौ मिलित्वा प्रसार्य.
Keep exhaling rapidly in Bhastrika Kumbhaka as you keep your legs up at a 45-degree angle and extend your arms forward, keeping them parallel to the ground or placing them down on the mat if needed. Gaze to your third eye and visualize yourself as a boat in Naukasana.
उत्तानशयनं गूर्पराभ्यां भूम्यमष्टभ्याम्.
Next up is Rudrasana, where you bring your feet in towards your chest, scooping the hands below and pulling the feet close. As you gaze to the nose, visualize yourself as Lord Rudra. Breathe in Bhastrika Kumbhaka and perform the Mula Bandha.
पगतली संपुटकदि हातस्य पग ऊंचाई.
Now lay your body down onto the back, with the knees raised, feet flat on the ground. Place your hands on the mat so your fingers touch the back of the heels as you lift your hips off the mat. Contract the perineal region and tuck the chin to the chest in Jalandhar Bandha as you perform Mudra Kumbhaka, forcing the air out through the throat lock, bringing about a state of swooning as you gaze to your nose and visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
ऊर्ध्वे च जानुनी कृत्वा शवित्वोर्ध्वमुखं तथा.
Now lay down flat on the back. Keep the palms facing up by the sides of your body in Shavasana as you forcefully pull the Kundalini Shakti up along your spine in Shakti Charan Mudra. Unclutch from any micro movements of the body and mind. Visualize your body is dead and the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Swamiji, is liberating you. Internally chant the Mahavakya Om Nithyananda Paramashivam in Shavasana.
उत्तानं शववद्भूमौ शयनं तुषवासनं शवासनं श्रान्तिहरं चित्तविश्रान्तिकारकम्.
Now slowly return to your physical body. Wiggle your fingers and toes, your wrists and your ankles, your elbows and your knees. Pull your knees up towards your chest as you rock your body from side to side and return to a comfortable seated position. Congratulations for completing all 108 asanas of the Pratama Vinyasa Krama. We are now going to conclude today's Nityananda Yoga session. So sit straight with your head, neck and spine in a straight line. Hands in Anjali Mudra in front of your heart center. Close your eyes, take a deep breath. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space as we chant the Purana mantra.
ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. हरिः ॐ तत्सत्. सर्वं भगवत् श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव पादुकार्पणमस्तु। ओम नित्यानंदम।
Thank you all for joining us today. Nityanandam